According to Wushu, there are certain fatal striking points on the human body called dimmak. If you get hit on any one of these points, you could faint or even die. And now, Gopes is about to have some first-hand experience with dimmak.
Dimmak is specifically certain points in the body where the energy is accumulated. And this energy, accumulated energy, can be used for cause an injury or can also be used to treat a person. In martial arts, when the opponent is stronger than you, when there is no other go, you can use some of these dimmak points to bring down the opponent. Right? But that can occur when we misuse the dimmak. If we use a proper technique, proper time, proper force, that can be vital. So, but I always feel that dimmak is one of the best points to treat a person. Even in India, we use Varma Chikitsai for the health reason. We don't use Varma Kalai to kill a person.
Master Rao, actually showed, tried some dimaks on me, and I mean, at first I didn't believe that, they are going to be effective, but then he was slowly getting more and more intense, and I was more and more feeling really, what do you call, feeling that it is something which you have to be careful about, and it is going to really work. And finally, when he did the dimak somewhere around my shoulder, I was gone. I'm I couldn't just move my hands. My entire hands were immobilized, and for a while I couldn't feel my hands, and it was all numb. And I don't think I'll ever forget the word dimak ever again.
Wushu also uses a variety of weapons, most of which have evolved from the arms used in ancient China. You should have seen the look on Gope's face when Master Rao whipped out his weapons.
Weapons are nothing but the extension of our hands and legs. And we use our internal force to travel through the weapon, to penetrate through the opponent. But for training with the weapon takes much harder. So you put a lot of mind into that. And you also allow your life force to move through the weapon. So we change the internal energy into an external energy. The internal chi into an external chi, which can penetrate through an opponent.
Weapons used in Wushu can be broadly organized into 4 categories: short weapons, long weapons, double weapons, and soft weapons.
We have used most of the sports weapons like straight sword, what you call jianshu. We use the broad sword, which is more acrobatic jumps and all. That's known as daoshu. We have used the spear. We have used nangun, a small stick. And we have used the Tai Chi Jian. Tai Chi Jian is a Tai Chi sword. And we have used the Jianshu, the straight sword, which is believed to be the most wonderful weapon. That is known as the queen of all the weapons.
This is pretty tough, but I could behead someone with this. Are you my next victim?
Swords I've seen before. First impression was, are they sharp? And I gently stroked my hands around the tip of the needle just to find out if they were sharp. And they are sharp. So it's just that you have to be careful. And I think the responsibility is both on you as a user of the sword, as well as your opponent, to do it safely, to play safe with it. And I had full confidence in Master Rao.
Yeah, Gopes, when it comes to Gopes, he used really well because it takes time to use a weapon, but he was so interested. I think he was involved into the martial arts. and he wanted to really do it and show it to me that he can do it. So it was really good to see him that he was able to handle some weapons. He was able to do a technique along with me, which basically takes a long time, maybe 3 months or 4 months time to handle a weapon.
I hoped for Gopes' sake that he would be ready for the ultimate showdown with Master Rao.
That was an interesting piece where I think I was freestyling and he was using some of his techniques to block as well as, I mean, initially I felt good that I was able to reach out to his chest and, and it was like, he was letting me gain the confidence initially. That's what I think, was happening, and he was letting me win before he finally, what do you call it? Bringing me down. It's not about power and strength. It's about sensing and using the motion that that you are in, like to use your inertia and be able to strike.
Yes, I see Gopes is a good. He can be a good martial. He can be a good fighter. He had advantage of the reach. He can reach better than others. Only thing is that he has to practice the lower moves, because when he starts moving the lower moves, he can strengthen his lower limbs, and he gets a perfect balance. And definitely, I think within 6 months, he can be a very good fighter.
Overall, in a final picture, what I would say is like that showdown helped me bring the confidence out of me. It's not about winning and losing. It's about being confident, and it's about being able to defend yourself and being able to show, show your opponent the mettle that you have in you. So in those respects, and building the self-confidence, I think it helped me a lot, and I'm really grateful to Master Rao for giving me that opportunity to know my limits and also to push my limits.
So up next, Master Rao will introduce us to some Chinese medicinal practices.